Well, hello. This is Todd. It's been a while, but I'm back at it, out here doing these walks. I've actually missed it, and I am so happy to be able to do this again. I did take a little stint where I was trying to actually work and make some money, but now I find myself with the availability to come out here and start my walks again. So today, we're going to kick it off here at Mount Zion Baptist Church in the outskirts of Cartersville, Georgia. This is cemetery number 2. I would have to assume the original church was here and then moved somewhere else later. Why this would not be cemetery number 1, I don't know, but we're going to take a walk through here. I didn't even know that this location was here because over to this direction, you have a new factory going up, or factory style building, and you also have them over here. This is soon going to become a very crowded industrial thoroughfare through here. So it was kind of surprising when I drove by to see this cemetery just put right in the middle of these two big construction sites, where you still have the wooded area kind of safeguarding it. So let's get started on our walk. Happy to be back. Let's go. Hi, my name is Todd, and I am here today to visit. If there are any spirits here that would like to make their presence known, please utilize the device that I am holding in my hand, and I will do my best to communicate with you. So what we'll probably do is start right up here up front. You have these beautiful cedar trees in here.
Not very.
Yeah, they are beautiful. As you can see, we're right here by this thoroughfare. I'm wondering how many graves out here are unmarked, actually. So you have a few stones here. Mr. Jack Kellogg died in 1955. And Mrs. Maddie Moore, she died in 1967. But you have these here that someone has taken upon themselves to dismantle. They were probably hit while the groundskeepers were mowing the lawn and such. Todd's got to get his brush, clean some of these headstones off. And here we have the Owens family. J.S. Owens died April 13th, 1879 at 50. Sally from March 31st, 1836 to September 17th, 1888. W.A. Owens, May 11th, 1859 to January 4th, 1868. And then J.A. Owens, December 19th, 1864 to October 3rd, 1865. Just a baby. It's at L.I.M. Owens, February 27th, 1866 to February 19th, 1876, just 10 years old. And J.A. Owens, June 22nd, 1877 to April 22nd, 1878, another yearling. There we go.
Come back.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Was that one of the Owens children? Or Mr. and Mrs. Owens that was asking me to come back? Well, I'm going to come back down here, and after I come to these headstones and see that there's trash all over them, I'm going to, sweep them off. At least make them a little more presentable. So we start with Mr. Kellogg here. There we go. It's a little bit better. And Miss Moore here. There we go. Kellogg. So that's the actual funeral home tag right there.
Hate.
Here we go. It's Paul M. Rogers, October 18th, 1916, to October 7th, 1999. And then here we go. Walter Philip Rogers Sr., March 23rd, 1923
I
to
want to come.
April 27th, 2001. We have more down here. This just looks like it's not a headstone, it's just a marker. Same as this here. This is for Rogers. This is Willie Rogers. Died September 4th, 1907. There's another burial there. Probably can't really see it on the camera very well, but there's an indentation right here, along here. And another one right here. So this is also where a burial was.
I hear you.
Again, if there are any spirits here that would like to make their presence known, you can do so by utilizing the device in my hand. Here we have
Hate.
Alf Henderson, 1876 to 1960. And here we have Miss Oralee Brown, September 24th, 1963 to April 28th, 2000. You have a
Torment.
burial right here where the ground is, kind of piled up right there. So, but there's no headstone. This one here is an indentation right there. But we have Miss Sally E. Johnson, 1884 to 1969. I have to say that this cemetery is in rougher shape than I thought it was. Here's another burial here with no headstone. You have a few markers here. It could be they were paupers. They didn't have the money for actual headstones. Let's see, this one has one. Get me an old trusty flashlight out here. This is Mills Hill, born
Make a noise.
1887, died 1908. 13 years old. And this is Ruffy Schuler, born 1905, died 1905. Just a baby. We have Ellis Brown, Dora, 1871 to 1951. Nettie E. She was either not buried here, or they didn't inscribe her death date here. But here we have Ellie Ellis, Georgia, PFC, 212 Port Company, TC, World War II, May 6, 1912 to October 23rd, 1969. Thank you very much for your service and sacrifice, sir. And we have another burial right here. That could be Mr. Ellis. And we have one right here. This cedar tree is grown up in. And who do we have? We have Emma Sullivan, born April 14th, 1902, died November 10th, 1912, just 10 years old. We have additional ones here that are overturned. Now, granted, some of these depressions could be natural. They could be where there used to be trees there. As you can see, this big oak tree here, it's probably been here for a while. But you'll get places that are elongated like this. There's got to be a burial there. Another here. And here we have Albert Ritchie, born born September 15th, 1893, died July 3rd, can't take that back, died March 21st, 1965. There's another burial here. No headstone, just a marker. And here we have Holly H. Davis, Georgia, Private Company I, 369th Infantry. Thank you very much for your service and sacrifice, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know. Holly could be a female name or a male name. See, you've got these dirt spots right here where somebody looks like they've come in and filled in these depressions a little bit. We have John M. Barkley, July 18th, 1967 to June 25th, 2020. And then Mamie Lee Durham, that'll be May 19th, 1953 to April 18th, 2017. Marvin Bo Barkley, May 1st, 1947 to September 20th, 2010. And Mary Lou Barkley, January 22nd, 1949 to, looks like July 22nd, 2010. We have the Longs here. Looks like Mr. Willie is still living, or they didn't put a death date here. You have Sarah Jane, August 3rd, 1957, September 15th, 2011. Mr. Leon Ledbetter Jr., just not even a year old. March 17th, 1983, June 22nd, 1983. And 2-year-old Chad Lemond Durham, August 10th, 1980 to October 25th, 1982. Looks like we have maybe a fresh burial here. It doesn't look that way, unmarked, other than that right there. And here you have Bobby J. Benham, U.S. Army, Persian Gulf, March 5th, 1968, died August 29th, 1996. Thank you very much for your service and sacrifice, sir. We got more hidden back here along this wood line. I guess where these are probably poorer folks or that one. So here we have, looks like Lizzie Mae Wilmot, July 29th, 1900 to June 19th, 1984. And Riley Wilmot, April 9th, 1887 to January 17th, 1976. And then you have one there. Oh, the yellow flies are definitely out. That little one there, can't tell if there's writing on it or not. And there appears to be. Mildred McConkey
For you.
died December 30th, 1934.
Keys.
This is Georgie Williams. M.H. Joseph A. Williams, father. Miss Lucy Williams. And then Henry Williams Vines. We have John Durham Jr., 1911 to 1981. John Durham Lodgy III, November 28th, 1941 to May 8th, 1997. We have Nathaniel Butch Durham, Staff Sergeant, U.S. Army, Panama and Persian Gulf, April 28th, 1955 to July 10th, 1998. Thank you very much for your service, sir. So we have these huge trees here. We have this one that's fallen. I don't know who that could be. Sacred memory of Serena A.
Come back.
Born April 30th, 1855, and departed this life August 8th, 1856. She's just a year old. Nothing on that side. RW. That's it. Either this is a cleanup old pile, or there used to be a faux vault there and it just fell down and they just piled everything up on it. So here we have Wiley A. Gaines, 1839 to 1862. Mary A. Gaines, 1813 to 1873. Richard Gaines,
Watch me.
1810 to 1891. Watch you. Are you about to show me something? And then we have Sarah Gaines Young, 1812 to 1919. And then nothing on that one, but there is on this side. J. Young, born 6/9/28, died 10/7/94. We have Marvin B. Gaines, 1882. Efford E. Gaines, 1837 to 1889. Sarah E. Gaines, 1841 to 1882. And then here we have Henry H. Waldrop, born in South Carolina, June 5th, 1813, died February 7th, 1891, with Nancy Waldrop, born in Georgia, July 10th, 1842, died September 23rd, 1855. Margaret Waldrop, born in Georgia, November 19th, 1840, died October 8th, 1855. She was just 15 years old. Margaret Gaines, born September 22nd, 1806, died May 10th, 1882. William Gaines, born December 7th, 1780, died 1867, aged 86 years, 2 months.
William Gaines was the eldest son of Richard Gaines and his first wife, Elizabeth Flint. He was born on December 7, 1780, in Culpeper, Virginia. In 1804, he married Nancy Davis, with whom he had 6 children. Nancy passed away on February 22, 1815. According to family tradition, William spent some time in Lawrence County, South Carolina, but returned to Virginia, where Nancy likely died and was buried. However, it is also possible she was buried in South Carolina. Despite being left with 5 young children after Nancy's death, there is no known record of William remarrying. In 1837, William moved to Cass County, Georgia, later known as Bartow County. The 1840 U.S. Census lists him living there with 2 females between the ages of 10 and 30, believed to be his daughters, Margaret and Mary E. Gaines. His son Richard, then around 30 years old, appears in the same census along with his wife and 3 children. It is believed that Margaret's children were born after 1840. As for Mary E., she had one known son, William Virgil Smith, born in 1853. By the 1850 census, William is recorded living with Mary, age 32, and Elizabeth, age 18. He remained in Cassville, Georgia, where he passed away on February 12, 1867. He died on the land he had originally purchased upon settling in the area. Remarkably, the property remained in the family's possession into the 1970s.
And then Elizabeth Gaines, wife of H.H. Waldrop, born in Virginia, died October 8th, 1808. Born October 8th, 1808, died October 20th, 1846. And we have Ira E. Gaines here, May 27th, 1889 to November 14th, 1917.
Not required.
We have Green B. Richards, March 23rd, 1836, December 26, 1851. And here we have Gordon Richards that has no dates on it. Here are some more Gaines. Susie Kelly Gaines, 1861 to 1947, and James H. Gaines,
Go slowly.
1856 to 1930.
James Henry Gaines, the son of Richard Gaines and grandson of William Gaines, was born on October 29, 1856. He married Susan Henry Kelly in 1881, and they had 10 children, 5 boys and 5 girls. James died of an illness on May 28, 1933. An excerpt of his obituary states, Mr. Gaines was one of Bartow County's most prominent farmers, resided in the house in which he was born. He spent his entire life in the home, which he purchased at his father's death a great many years ago. He was the father of the Gaines sisters, who composed a famous quartet known throughout North Georgia. He is survived by his wife, 5 sons, and 5 daughters. James was 77 years old.
Am I rambling too fast for you? Here we have sacred to the memory of
Indeed.
Martha Dillard, wife of Lemuel Dillard, Esquire, departed this life February 3rd, 1869, age 65 years and 2 months. And here we have to the memory of Laura L. Dillard, daughter of Lemuel and Martha Dillard, departed this life June 6, 1853, aged 9 years, 6 months, and 21 days. It's sad to see children's graves like that. There are more markers out here on the outskirts, which I don't know if that's a sign of the age or just
I hear you.
social status. These do seem to be the older of the graves here. A little bit. Mother M. Catherine McEver, born February 7th, 1910, died November 9th, 1933. She was 23 years old. Probably died in childbirth or something related to it, being that young. Is Martha McEver, wife of George W. Caldwell, born March 3rd, 1838, died April 24th, 1895. She died young too. And then George W. Caldwell, born August 13th, 1835, died 1866.
George Washington Caldwell was born to Matthew Tanner Caldwell and Morning Satterwhite on August 10, 1835. He married Mary Eula McEver on October 18, 1855. They had 4 children, 3 boys and 1 girl. George enlisted into the Confederate States Army on August 15th of 1862 as a private in Company A, 8th Battalion, Georgia Infantry. He died on April 13, 1864, of one of many common yet preventable battlefield illnesses at the time. He was just 28 years old.
Again, this may have writing on it. Confederate States Army, 1861 to 1865.
Flowers.
Now, I don't have any flowers. What I can do for you, sir, is give you a salute, say thank you very much for your service and sacrifice, whomever you are. If you have a name and you happen to be here, I'd be more than happy to find out who you are and tell your story as much as possible. We have Minnie Lowe, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. J.M. Ray. Son of Mr. There's no death date on here, but I wonder if they were fraternal twins that died together or if they were a few years apart, both got ill at the same time.
Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you except through the device that I'm holding. So if you tell me who you were or who you are, I'd be happy to find out as much as I can about you and share that with my viewers. Sarah E. Bailey, July 24th, 1922 to November 28th, 1922. Just a baby. More Baileys here.
Don't come in.
John David Bailey, September 13th, 1943 to January 31st, 1947. More Baileys. And that stone is just covered up with an ant bed. This one I can wipe off. Clean off a little bit. This is Kyle Harry Nunnally, November 1943 to 2010.
Behind you.
Walk with me then. I'll come back there. I think I see you back there. So let me do these first. Well, actually,
How did you get here?
I drove in an automobile. Let's see. It just looks like a dump place, but that's what this is. Somebody's treated it as a dump. I don't see any evidence that there's any graves back here. Doesn't mean there aren't. Just don't see any evidence of that. Let's go back through here. And then we have a couple there at the entrance. We have at rest Father Arthur G. Bailey, April 16th, 1888 to August 27th, 1958. Mother Kate McEver Bailey, that would be November 11th, 1891 to July 4th, 1954. Queenie V. McEver, July 1st, 1913 to January 3rd, 2000. William Bryce McEver, born November 15th, 1869, died February 5th, 1932, age 62 years. Let's see if I can get this without getting all the ants. This is Lucinda McEver, April 17th, 1872 to April 2nd, 1953. And here we have Ernest McEver, born April 10th, 1901, died December 1st, 1901.
Strangled.
You were strangled. Did you? Does that mean you couldn't breathe? Maybe died of crib death? Martha A. McEver, born November 29th, 1872, died August 14th, 1898. 16 years old. Nope, 26 years old. If my math is right, which it may not be. Here we have William Carter, Private, Company D, 9th Regiment, Malone's Alabama Cavalry, Confederate States Army, 1847 to June 1864. Thank you very much for your service and sacrifice, sir. And then here we have Andrew Ripley McEver, Private Company A, 8th Georgia Infantry, Confederate States Army, March 11th, 1830 to March 17th, 1896. Thank you very much for your service and sacrifice, sir. And that's just a stone for the McEver plot, I guess. This is Bryce Collins McEver, born December 10th, 1807, died June 22nd, 1868.
Invisible.
Who do we have here? We have Elizabeth Glasgow,
I'm weak.
died January 1886, age 80 years. Then O.U. Glasgow, born 1836, died October 20th, 1913. These are Darbys. Mary R. Darby, 1861 to 1940. Auretta D, 1865 to 1941. And then James R, 1866 to 1955. These are the Gaines plot. So I am going to walk down just a little bit down here to see who these folks are. These look to be newer, or they have replaced the headstones. Yeah, these are newer. 2021 Baileys. And James is still alive. We have a marker here. More down here. Did I not see you? W.M. Hefner, August 30th, 1834, November 14th, 1856. And I think I might have missed this one as well. Nope.
Are you from here?
I am not from here. I live here in Georgia. I'm originally from the state of Alabama. And before I close out, I give any spirit here that would love to communicate with me, take the opportunity to use the device that I'm holding in my hand. Please do so. If you can give me a name or something to go on to find out who you were and try to tell your story. Okay? Any spirit that's currently with me, you must stay here. You cannot leave the confines of this resting place. You cannot go with me. You must stay here. So I will close out this session in 3, 2, 1. Well, that concludes this walk for today at Mount Zion Baptist Church Cemetery number 2. As you can see, it's quite small, but there is a lot of history here. Hopefully I can find out some more information about those who I've discovered and tell a little bit about their story. I know there's probably some stuff on Find a Grave already, and I will do my best not to regurgitate that verbatim as much, but sometimes that's all I have to go on and share that with you. If you want to look at this stuff yourself, you can go on Find a Grave, look up the cemetery, you can read what's there. I'm going to share that along with whatever else it is I find. I'm happy to be back doing this. This is a passion of mine, and no, I'm not making any money off of it, but I would like to have the channel grow and expand the audience and be able to share those stories that, somehow through time they've forgotten and lost their voice. So thank you very much for being here with me. Let's make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and share the videos. Let's expand the channel, and I'll see you next time. Hey, just one quick side note. You will notice the channel changed from Cemetery Walks to Cemetery Walks and More. That's because I have been an audiophile all my life. I love music. I love club music. I was a party animal in the 90s in Europe when I was stationed over there listening to techno, and I've listened to country from 60s country to current, rock, hip hop, pop, rap. There's really not too much of a genre that I'm not familiar with and don't like one or two or more songs from that genre. So what I'm using is modern technology, which is AI, to create my own music. Some lyrics I've created with help of AI, some I've written all on my own, but the productions with the music and everything, I've trial and error till I got the exact sound and the exact lyrics that I wanted, and have published them on the Cemetery Walks and More channel, along with children's stories that are kind of Dr. Seuss-esque in the way that they present the music and the story that they tell. These are primarily for my grandchildren and any other person out there with children or grandchildren that want to enjoy those. Eventually, I hope to have those in book form to where they can read it, or they can listen to the music while they're reading it, or they can just listen to the musical stories. But enjoy that as well. That's the reasons and more. I'm doing a lot to occupy my time, not only Cemetery Walks, but the other things as well. And I want everyone to enjoy as much as possible. Again, I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching Cemetery Walks. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click those share, like, and notification buttons to stay up to date with my latest videos and posts.